Good morning, good morning. Friday morning video blog here as we go towards the weekend. It's a holiday weekend for many, 4-day weekend with the 4th coming up on Tuesday. So let's talk about the weather a little bit here. Potentially another pretty stormy day for us today, but potentially it's not a slam dunk that we see a repeat of what we had last night. We're starting the day with some wet weather across parts of the valley this morning. Here at 8:10 a.m., here's what the radar looked like. A steady band of rain in Mercer County with scattered showers back in our Ohio counties. There were a few rumbles of thunder earlier on with this, but I think this is going to push off to the east and will be largely dry for much of the rest of the morning once this heads to the east. It's very, very muggy outside. Dew points are well up into the 60s. It's going to stay this way all day today. So certainly a much more humid air mass than we had a few days ago. All right, so let me take this stuff off and show you the Storm Prediction Center, part of the National Weather Service, does have the region in what we call the slight risk of severe weather today. Now, slight can be a deceiving word sometimes. It's kind of one of the middle categories on the severe weather scale, which means we got to pay attention to the weather today for sure, because the conditions are favorable for some stronger storms once again later today if we get some sunshine, if things come together just right. But the atmosphere is ripe to produce some thunderstorms again today, but we do need a couple of things to happen to get those air parcels rising. One of those things would be some sunshine. Let me actually head back over here and show you some of our computer modeling. I'm going to keep this video fairly short this morning. Here's a look at one of our high-res models showing what the future radar should be. Now, as we go towards midday and afternoon, here's 1 o'clock and 2 o'clock this afternoon. Not a whole lot showing up on this model at 2 o'clock. By 3 and 4 o'clock, it's showing we're starting to see some widely scattered activity, but there's not much, as you can see. And is this the right idea? I think right now, as it stands right now, I think the answer is yes, that there can be some stuff trying to fire right around mid-afternoon, but it's going to be widely scattered and disorganized. This model then, as we go towards evening, here's 6 o'clock in the evening and 7 o'clock, 8 o'clock, tries to bring a pretty good complex of storms into northwest Ohio with perhaps some scattered stuff to the east. I kind of like the idea that this model has in keeping things pretty disorganized until late in the afternoon or more so into the evening, and the highest risk of severe weather being to our north and west. I think that's generally the right idea. Here's a look at one of our other high-res models showing our morning activity departing. Pretty long lull for the rest of the morning and into the early afternoon. Here's 3 o'clock, still not much going on. And then it actually has activity in a little bit of a different place this evening. Here's 6, 7 o'clock this evening. Has it mostly well to our northwest. We're talking almost into Indiana and then down towards Columbus. But has the same general idea, and that general idea is the highest risk of big late-day thunderstorms, potential severe weather is probably more in northwest Ohio than northeast Ohio, but our chance here is certainly not zero. We've got to be weather aware today. Make sure you have your Storm Tracker 21 app handy. Much like last evening when I did a Facebook Live for like an hour and a half or something, I'll be doing live streaming coverage this evening if storms decide to get rowdy. And of course, on my social media outlets, I'll have more updates throughout the day. Jess Briganti's in the studio this morning. She'll have a full weather update coming up on the midday show at noon. I'll see you tonight at 6 and 11. Have a great rest of your Friday.